Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, your great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren that's teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect, 144,000. And the rest of the elect out there, shalom. I'm the brother Dama Gabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. All right, and this is going to be another lesson based off of, the mark of the beast, which is, secretly embedded in this beast system. All right, and I found this article from Zero Heads titled "How to Push Back Against the Advancing Beast System." All right, and we know ultimately there is no pushing back against this beast system, because ultimately this beast system is prophesied to happen. So what's going to happen, whether you push back against it or fight against it or protest, these elites, these devils are going to implement this system. And it's already happening, each and every day. People are doing videos, how things are getting more dystopian. They're showing you how, when you're going into these grocery stores, certain grocery chains are already pushing this beast system, pushing these smart shopping carts, doing away with, having, humans doing the checkout process. It's becoming more automated. It's becoming more, to where, more dystopian, more technology based. They're showing you when you go to the, how the future of healthcare is going to work, how eventually you're going to need your biometrics already uploaded into the system in order for you to get medical attention in the future. They're showing you, in certain instances where in order for you to have a bank account, it's going to be linked to your digital ID. It's going to be linked to your biometrics, And we know eventually it's all going to lead to you having to have the implantable micro C hip. You're going to have to merge with this technology, and you're going to have to, eventually bow down and basically worship this technology and AI as a god. You see, so there is no pushing back against the beast system. Now, yeah, and eventually we're going to have to, deny it. We're going to have to just ultimately just say no. And those of us who are in this truth and in this gospel, we know we're going to have to eventually put our complete and total faith in the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And we know that there's going to come a point to where we're going to have to separate ourselves from this society, man. And that's going to come with, us having to operate on faith, because we know, this system is going to make it to where if you want to buy or sell, if you want to eat, if you want to operate or even exist in the future that he is creating, you're going to have to eventually bow down and worship AI and this technology as a god. And your final form of servitude and obedience to this system is going to be you having to accept his micro C hip. You see, and that's going to be that's the only option we're going to be faced with, is denying it, man. And we know it's going to come with heavy consequences. It's going to come with being labeled. It's going to come with being categorized. And it might even lead to a certain death, man. But hey, it's better to die for our faith and trust in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai than to bow down and worship this man's beast system. Okay, so I just want to read some of this article. It has some good points, but it's basically, this is what we've been warning and telling you about. And this is literally what John the Revelator saw in Revelation, the 13th chapter, is that through this beast system that this article explains is what John the Revelator saw, people microchipping themselves and accepting this beast system, as they became followers of the beast, man. So I'm gonna read some of this article. Got some good points in here, and I got some scriptures I want to get into. But hey, this is what we've been warning and telling you, Jake, about, and this is the system that is being built that's going to bring in the mark of the beast, man. So let's read some of this. It says the big picture lesson from the Ovid era should have been obvious. It should have screamed loud and clear to every freedom-loving American. The power elites who run things at the local, state, and federal levels want to tag and track our movement. But not just our movement. They want to track our diet, our healthcare, our purchasing habits, our use of energy, our online comment history, our very thoughts. Because why? This man is trying to use this technology and AI to become God. You see? This is why they're gonna have. This is why 6G is rolling out. This is why they got all the front cameras. This is why they got this technology and AI. They want it in your car. They want it in your homes. They want it inside your very body. You know, because this man is trying to use this technology to become God, man, and have control over every single person and thing on this planet Earth. You see, it's a very a sinister overtaking this man is trying to accomplish. But this is all part of Esau Edom, the so-called white man's God complex, man. And this is what we've been blowing and warning you Jakes about, starting with the elders and the apostles since they got on the YouTube and back in '07. And this is what the scriptures and prophecy explains to a T. And now we're at the point to where we're living it. It's here. It's in real time. They're not hiding it anymore. It's pretty much in everybody's face, It says they want all of it. And if they get their way, you will own nothing. Literally nothing. Even if you technically own an asset, you will not control it. So do you really own it? You see, and this is the world these devils are trying to set up for themselves, And you got a lot of people who are going to believe a lot of the hoopla, a lot of the deception that they're going to promise you a piece of this new world. All you got to do is just, acquiesce and accept it and, voluntarily accept it. But, as we know, is nowhere near as glorious and as great and utopian as they're going to sell it to you people. It's literally a system of digital slavery, man. And like it says, you will own nothing. They'll give you the illusion that you're going to own shit. They'll give you the illusion of how great it's going to be, and it'll be convenient, and they're going to save the earth. They're going to save the planet. It's going to be peace. And you won't have to work, and you'll get your universal basic high income. You'll live in these 15-minute cities. You'll have all this technology and convenience. You can merge yourself with this technology. You can get a brain chip. You can, learn Spanish with the click of a button. If you can't walk, this technology can make you walk. If you, want to increase your IQ by 200 points, get yourself a Neuralink, get yourself one of these brain chips. Oh, it's the new wave. It's the future, but it's just the future of digital slavery, man, on every level, on a level that most people can't even understand. You see, and this is why at the end of the day, hey, we're going to have, like I said here, it says what? Comply or die. Well, hey, we rather die in our faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and become martyrs of the Lord if it comes to that. But as we know, hey, the elect of Israel, the predestinated ones, even if we die, our works are going to follow us and we're going to be raised with Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. But, the main point is that it's going to come a point to where, hey, some of us are going to have to die for not accepting this system and not acquiescing and not bowing down to it, man. But it's going to be what it's going to be. You're better off going back to the spirit world than living in the world that these devils are creating with this beast system, because it's going to be absolutely pure hell upon you. Scriptures tell you that they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. You see? It says your bank accounts will be theirs, programmed to be switched on or off at their pleasure based on your compliance with the dictates of the surveillance state. Your car will be theirs, able to monitor your eye movement, your posture, and who knows what else in real time, and be remotely disabled at their pleasure, thanks to Joe Biden's remote vehicle kill switch law. Your ability to eat healthy food will be gone, thanks to Donald Trump's granting of legal immunity to Bayer/Monsanto's, protecting it from lawsuits based on the harmful effects of bioengineered food laced with chemicals. Same for your healthcare, your online speech, even your thoughts. They will own all of it if they succeed in bringing the long-planned AI-powered digital control grid that is currently under construction in the form of 6G wireless networks, along with thousands of AI data centers, flock cameras, and other devices. So like I told you, these devils are already doing this shit, man. All right. There is no pushing back against this beast system. Like I said, people can protest. Shit, people are protesting against data centers, but those data centers are still getting built. Even if it might even halter it, maybe, they might protest it for a little while. But eventually, we know that these governors, these mayors, these judges, the people that preside over whether data centers can, if they can be built or not, I've already been brought and paid for by these elites. So it's going to happen whether you want to or not. And ultimately it's going to happen because it's the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Look, all these things must come to pass so that prophecy can be fulfilled. You see? And the best thing that you can have right now, I'm talking to you, Jake, is to understand, what this shit is ultimately prophetically all about. And like I said, and understand what the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is, as far as how you should approach it and what you should do, as far as when this thing gets more and more in your face, and as it gets more mandatory. We have to fully be aware and understand that all these roles, all this shit that they're talking about, all of this, AI powered digital control grid, the data centers, the flock cameras, the 6G wireless networks, what is all ultimately going to lead to, which is the implementing of the MOTB. And we know when it gets to that point, that's when we're going to have to opt out, man. You see? We're gonna have to opt out, man. Hey, and and they're rolling this shit out full steam ahead. They're not delaying it anymore. All right, and this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, "And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." And it's being made plain. Like I said, starting with the elders and the apostles and the men on down, we constantly do videos on the mark of the beast, on this AI system, on flock cameras, on these data centers. That is basically the main infrastructure and the hub to bring in the MOTB. And that this man is using it to become to use technology and AI to become a god on this planet Earth, man. And he's going to use AI as his left-handed angels that's going to constantly watch and track and monitor and report back to, to the elites of what everybody is doing, who's with them, who's against them, to where they can have control even of your very thoughts, man. Like that little weirdo Noah Harari said, now humans are trackable animals, man. And he said that if the dictators of the past had this technology, they would do the same exact thing. You see, and hey, and it's here, and we can see it, and it's as plain as day. Verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And now it's not tarrying, man. And we're telling you how all this technology, everything that they're doing, is going to lead to the MOTB. And this system and this what they're doing could be here within the next few months. You see? And and in the meantime, you still got 2/3 of our people, these Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, still playing games. You still moving about as if this shit is not real and that this man is not taking the world in this direction. Jake is still caught up with with being niggas, man, partying and bullshitting. Jake is worried about having a hot girl summer, going on vacation, getting caught up in all of the, the drama of these celebrities, caught up in the bread and circuses, all these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on these different social media posts. All they talking about is just drama going on in the world, man. They ain't talking about anything that has any substance. They're not talking about prophecy. They're not talking about what this damn devil Esau Edom is doing. Even if they do talk about it, it's not in a sense of urgency, and it's not backed by biblical prophecy. Jake, they'll tell you about it, but ultimately, at the grand scheme of things, when all is said and done, these niggas are gonna act. They're gonna accept the mark of the beast. A lot of these jakes are gonna fully assimilate themselves into this beast system that Esau is giving them, so that they could what? So that they can so-called survive, man. So that they could live, not knowing it's gonna be at the costing of their own souls, man. But anyways, it says Flock Safety, the online security company based in Atlanta, has more than 89,000 vertically integrated and fully internet connected cameras stationed in more than 5,000 communities nationwide and growing. You see, and this is part of the world that these devils are creating. You're going to constantly be watched and tracked and traced and monitored, man. You're not going to have the freedom to do any goddamn thing. Not even the freedom of your own thoughts in your head are going to be free, or are going to be free from being monitored, man. And eventually, once they get this technology inside of you, those thoughts and your ideas will be controlled. And they tell you that too, that a lot of this technology and AI, once they get it inside of your body and inside of your brain, they'll be able to control it. They'll be able to implant fake memories or put memories within your head, or even to erase particular memories. Or if you have a certain feeling about certain stimuli, that this technology will be able to attack that part of the brain that feels a certain way about something and can manipulate it to what they want you to feel and to think. So this is pure hell, man. All right. And anybody with any type of sense, you wouldn't want any part of this man's this new world he's trying to create, because you're just going to become a basic slave to it, man. It says the invasiveness of their cameras is also growing, with the ability to not only see, but to hear everything going on for miles through its Raven audio detection program. Flock is also now selling mobile cameras to law enforcement agencies that will serve as first responders based on suspicious activity picked up under the company's Falcon drone program. You see? It says cities and states, and specifically law enforcement agencies, will have all of your data and the ability to use it however they want, sharing it with whomever they want, including the federal government. And you can bet that kind of power will lead to a totalitarian system. It says, but apparently most folks didn't get the memo after COVID. Totalitarianism is the goal. And let's look up this word for totalitarianism, right? It says totalitarianism is a form of government that seeks to assert absolute and total control over both the public and private lives of its citizens. It prohibits political opposition, outlaws independent group claims against the state, and relies heavily on pervasive propaganda, state-controlled media, and secret police to eliminate dissent, man. You see? And this is the system these devils are creating, man. But then again, at the same time, they're going to be promising you peace and safety. But we know what the scriptures say: once they bring peace and safety, then total destruction is going to come upon those that trust in us. So this system is totally going to kick you people right in the ass, man. Look, it's something that you don't want no part of. There's no freedom. There's no life. It's Esau basically trying to become God. And we know that his idea of complete and total power is totally oppressive. It's going to be satanic, it's going to be demonic, and you'll be a damn fool, like I said, to want any part of what this man is getting ready to create. And this is something that these elites have been planning and prepping for the longest, man. And now they're at the point now to where they feel they're in arm's reach of accomplishing shit, and their pride is more higher than ever. This is why now they're just coming out and blatantly just telling you what they're going to do. They don't give a damn your opinion. They're not telling you, they're not allowing you people to have an opinion or to vote for these things. Now they got people in positions of power that haven't even been voted in, or that haven't even been chosen. They're just being put in power against everybody's a better judgment. They're doing whatever the hell they want to do, and they don't give a fuck how you people feel. Because at the end of the day, they know once this system is in place, you either have one or two options, like it said, right? In this little thing, right? What did it say? Comply or die, right? Is that what it said? Yeah, comply or die. And this is why they're moving with such arrogance and such pride with it, because once this system is in place, man, hey, either you're in or you're out. And once you're in, you're going to be totally locked into this shit. And, and once you sign sign your name in blood, once you make that blood covenant by, accepting that MOTB, it seals you into this, deal. And eventually you're just giving over all of your autonomy and your God-given, freedoms and ability on this earth over into this damn devil. And you're through. All right. And this is Psalm 64:6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. You see? Let me read this in the NLT. It says, as they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised the perfect plan. You see? Because in their eyes, this system that they're creating is the perfect plan. Because what? It totally gives them complete and total control. A totalitarian system, which is being rolled out and presented before everybody, man. And they think that this is the perfect plan that's going to ultimately give Esau claim back to his birthright, that the devil is going to be able to live forever, that this technology is going to basically, turn them into God, man. And they could supersede or Euro step around the the powers and the omnipotency of Yahweh, which they're going to fail miserably. But this is what the sentiment that these devils have, and this is what this technology they believe will grant them. But it's not. But hey, this is the thinking of the pride. I mean, the thinking of the most proud, Esau, Edom. It says, as they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised a perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind are cunning, but the Most High himself but the Most High himself will shoot them with his arrows, suddenly striking them down. Their own tongues will ruin them, and all who see them will shake their heads in scorn. You see? So like I said, they've been working on this plan and doing this shit for the longest. You see? Oh, but let me read up, Salakia. It says, verse 5, it says, they encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask. As they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised a perfect plan. Yes, their human heart and mind are cunning. You see? So these devils believe that they got the perfect plan. And that's why Noah Harari said, let me quote it again, that if the tyrants of old had this technology and everything that we're figuring out and all this this technology and what we're able to do with it, they would have done this a long time ago. You see? So, hey man, these devils are like Alan Carp. We're doing it. You see? But like I said, hey, but the Most High, eventually he's going to shoot at them, and the Lord's going to eventually bust these devils down, and ultimately they're going to be destroyed. But before all that happens, it's our job as prophets and servants of the Lord to give you warning, to blow the trumpet, to let you know what these devils are ultimately doing. You see? And it's not even a secret anymore, But anyway, let's read a little bit more of this article. It says they want to own you. They want to crush your human agency and replace it with an AI-powered control system that is their fraudulent version of God. You see? Like I keep saying, they're trying to use the technology to become God, man. They're trying to tell you, look, your ability to live on this planet is not according to what the God of the Bible has given you. To be fruitful and multiply, and for a man and a woman to, come together and start a family, to have your God-given rights to, to be on this planet according to the way that the Heavenly Father established it. But no, we're going to do it in the way that we want to do it. And the way that they're going to do it is through a totalitarian system, man, to where they're God, where what they say goes, and how, whatever they feel that, is what's best for this planet. They're going to basically make man in their own image. They're telling you that, look, the way that God created humans is not good enough. Now we're going to upgrade you. Now we're going to evolve you by merging yourself with this technology. And then through how we're doing it is the way that it should have been. The Most High, he didn't know what he's doing. He's, we superseded the ways of the Most High with our technology and with AI. And we're going to open up doors that are beyond, that are beyond the Most High. See, let's read that again. It says they want to own you. They want to crush your human agency and replace it with an AI-powered control system that is their fraudulent version of God. It says if we allow a system like this to be placed in a position of authority over us, a place reserved for the Most High, we will live to regret it, because their system is not designed to respect human sovereignty, human dignity, or free will, which nobody has free will, but ultimately they're trying to be the Most High. And this is why, and they're going to tell you, you're going to eat the bugs, man. You're not going to eat red meat. We're going to basically, take ownership of the earth, and we're going to do it the way that we want to do it, man. And in the meantime, it's the earth is being destroyed. The people are, sadder and more depressed than ever. Just look at the world around you under the rulership of Esau, Edom right now. For the last 250 years, just look how bad and how awful things have gotten. Like it tells you in Sirach 10 that an unwise king destroyeth his people. How much more you think what he's trying to do with this technology and AI, how much more it's going to destroy not only the people, but the earth within itself. Read information on how bad these data centers and how devastating they are to the atmosphere and into the earth. You see? But this man, he's out of his mind, man. He really thinks that he knows better than the Heavenly Father, the creator of heavens and earth, man. See, and this is why Scripture tells you why the Lord is speeding up the times, and if the Lord didn't speed up the times for the elect's sake, there wouldn't no flesh be left to be saved, man. Not only will He destroy everything on this planet Earth, but He will eventually destroy Himself, man. See, this is why this man is going to be destroyed in such a great and mighty fashion by the Heavenly Father. It says all totalitarian systems, whether communist, fascist, Islamist, Christian nationalist, or technocratic in nature, are based on the presumption that they know better and that they have the right to crush our free will, that they have the right, that they know better than the Most High. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. You see? And who is that? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the son of perdition. This is why now in these last days, he's being revealed, man. He's being highlighted and spotlighted all throughout the earth. And everybody is seeing this man for the devil that he truly is. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of, the biblical Edomites. All right, the son of perdition, the wicked. All right, read Malachi, the first chapter. It says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, you see? And this is what this man is doing with this technology. And this is what he's trying to establish himself as God via this technology and artificial intelligence and everything that I'm reading in those articles, man. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is what? The prophets, us going out there on the highways and the byways, doing videos like these, where exposing you who the devil and the wicked of the earth is, which are the biblical Edomites. Okay. It says, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming, Salakia. I had to tell that boy to be quiet, loud as hell. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. You see? So let's get into some of these words, man. And this is, this is nothing new. We go into these things all the time, man. But this is what this man is doing. You see, he's the working, and the word is energia. It says working efficiency. And in the New Testament, use only of superhuman power, whether of God or of the devil. You see? And what this man is doing with this technology, it is kind of I wouldn't say it's it's not a power above Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because this devil was given this power, but the way that he's presenting it as if it is a godlike power that is going to give him the ability to supersede and to surpass the Most High. And he's using this technology to do things that are, like I said, with all of these neural links and all this merging yourself with technology, he's telling you that with AI and with technology that humans can surpass the normal capabilities. Remember, Elon Musk has the company called Telekinesis, where he's telling you that, through this technology and neural links and this other capabilities that we can have Jesus-like capabilities. You see, and he's going to selling you people on this as if it's actually capable. You see, so he's coming with power and signs. Go to this word signs. It says the word is semion. It says that by which a person or thing is distinguished from others and is known. It says an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. You see, of miracles and wonders by which the Most High authenticates the men sent by him, or by which men prove that the cause they are pleading is God. So he's telling you with this technology, hey, now that, that they're telling you it's God-like. Now, they're not going to accredit it to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but they're going to they're accrediting it to the left hand, to Satan, as giving this the power, so that therefore is giving them God-like power. You see? And it says what? And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And this is all nothing but deception in its highest form, man. You see, because he believes that through this bullshit that he's going to be God, man, and that he can supersede and surpass the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, man. You see? And that's why, you people that bow down to this technology and you eventually worship it and you get tagged with his MOTB, you're going to become the ultimate enemy of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai when he sends back Yahweh Shai to destroy all the worshipers and the followers of this beast system, man. Because why? You've basically bowed and worshipped it, and you linked yourself with this pseudo science, with this pseudo left-handedness, man. And this is why, is nothing but doom for the worshipers of the beast and of this system. Not only is the Lord going to destroy Esau, Edom, this technology and his new world order, but also those of you that have bowed down and worshipped it and aligned yourself to it. It says, as a result of so many people missing the loud and clear message delivered by the ruling elites during the beta test for the tyranny known as the Ovid, we are destined to live through a period of further testing. As long as society keeps failing the test and we keep moving closer to the New World Order, which is a technocratic dystopia marked by the death of privacy, the death of anonymity, and the death of representative democracy as we know it. You see? What else is in there? Yep, it says if they succeed, they are getting very close. Every action and function of life will come under regulations by nameless, faceless overlords. Voting, traveling, moving about locally, logging onto the internet, shopping for various goods and services, and everything you consume, including food and water, will require you to verify your identity. And the only way to verify your identity will be through the digital beast system. Show us your QR code or some other imprint tied to your individual biometric data, which is going to eventually lead to the MOTB. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of this article because they don't mention the micro C-hip, but, basically, we know that this is where eventually all roads are going to lead. Now, of course, we know first is going to be you got to give your biometrics, your thumbprint, your eye scan, your facial recognition, things of that nature. But we know eventually that's just a gradual first step to get you in the door. And then once they get you in the door on that level, we know what's going to come after that is going to be the micro C-hip, man. All right. Now that we got all your digital ID, your this, your that, you can be verified via your biometrics. Now the final step to this so-called demonic marriage and joining together is going to be you having to receive the MOTB, which is the implantable micro C-hip, which that's something they didn't mention in this article. But, hey, we ultimately know what all roads lead to. And this is Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that word for killed is apoktano, and the root word is apo, which means to be separated. You see, like I was saying, if you don't eventually, give up your biometrics and you don't eventually take the MOTB, you're going to be killed. You're going to be separated from society. You're not going to be able to buy or sell or go into a grocery store, or if you need medical attention. If you haven't, given up your biometrics and joined yourself to this beast system, you're not going to have access to the public or private sector, man. All right. You won't be able to have you won't get your CBDCs, your central bank digital currencies. You won't be able to get your daily rations of food and water. You won't be able to board a plane or to get on a bus or to drive a car or to operate on any level within this man's society unless you worship the image, which is the system, and eventually take the micro C-hip, man. So therefore, you'll be killed. You'll be separated. You won't be able to buy or sell or get food or water or anything. You'll just be out there in the world, like on Demolition Man. You'll be living underground eating rat burgers, man. That's even if you can get a hold of a rat, In verse 17, it says, 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You see, and that word for mark is charagma, the micro C-hip. And this is where all this shit is leading. All of the data centers, the fraud cameras being tracked and traced, this 6G artificial intelligence, it's all leading, that's the infrastructure to bring in ultimately this beast system. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay. And this is what all this system and everything that's in this article is ultimately leading to, man. You see? And, hey, and it's not tearing anymore. This thing is coming. These devils are not playing around. And, hey, they're getting ready to bring it, man. All right. And there ain't no way that you could, push back against this beast system, because eventually, like I said, it's all prophecy and these things must happen, man. But you just need to be fully aware of everything that this technology and what this beast system is going to ultimately lead to, man. And that ultimately, hey, if you're dumb enough to bow down to it and you worship the image and you take this man's charagma and you join yourself into this system, you're going to get Revelation, the 14th chapter, man. You're going to be literally destroyed before the presence of the Lamb and the holy angels, and you're going to eat a missile, man. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. All praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit of me to do this lesson. Lord willing, you will edify. Shalom.